I started saying make sure you hit the mark as done button on the previous video, and then I accidentally ended the video. So make sure you hit the mark as done button on the previous page. Though I'm not sure you could have gotten to this one if you didn't. It doesn't matter. I've been making a lot of videos in a row. I need to take a break. On this page, you're going to build your own prompt. This is where you're going to get, if you did module 2, which is just intro to AI, I said, just go play with it. Just goof around with it. Just get comfortable with using it. Now we're going to get a little bit more intentional, and I'm going to give you a framework for that. So no fancy acronym. It could be CCRIF, I don't know. Context, clarity, role, iteration, and format. You can read those pieces there. I'll give you a brief overview of each. I've already kind of hit you with the context piece. As much information as possible. Like when I start off with a large language model, I'll say something like, I am an instructional coach working for North Central ESD. I'm supporting a small rural school district on developing a 6-hour asynchronous training on how to use AI tools for this, that, and the other. And then more, right? This is the work I've already done with the district. I've never been to the district. This is the relative size. This is the information I want to cover, right? Think of it like you're taking this broad amount of information and you are just narrowing the focus as much as you possibly can to really help to be more intentional and helpful there. So being clear and specific about what you want, right? So provide all that context, but then if you're giving, it says, I put it right here, vague prompts lead to vague answers, right? If you're saying, help me write a lesson plan, it's going to give you the most generic piece of garbage, or I shouldn't even say that, mediocre. Things that I probably gave to a sub when I was like deathly ill and didn't have time to write a halfway decent sub plan when I was gone in the classroom, right? But if you can be very specific about what you're looking for, you can include the specific standards, the types of educational thinkers that you want to bring in the concepts for these specific pieces of the UDL guidelines. The more specific and clear you can be, the better the information you're going to get back. I like to give the AI a role and a tone. So you're a super helpful and friendly and positive instructional coach. You're a no nonsense instructional coach that won't provide any fluff or unwarranted flattery. You're experienced in gardening, whatever it is, right? Give the AI a role. That way it knows. I need to think of a different term so I'm not anthropomorphizing it, but that way the large language model can adopt this persona to, again, focus on what's going to be most helpful. Iteration we talked about in the last video, but when it does not give you exactly what you're looking for, dig deeper. Shouldn't be satisfied with the first thing it gives you. It's a really, really good rough draft machine. That's kind of it, right? You are the ultimate decider and creator here. It should just supercharge you, boost you, and help you out there. And then what do you want to get from it? Give me 10 ideas. Give me a table. Give me an infographic. Give me the rough draft of a speech. Give me whatever, right? What format do you want this back in? Okay. So if you can think of those things, by no means, again, is that like a silver bullet to these types of things. It is just a way to start. You might have other tips and tricks. I'd love to hear about them that are super successful for you. There's a bunch of like techniques and stuff that I use that I didn't put here because it can be overwhelming, but they're all things I've just kind of figured out as I've gone along. And you will get that piece as well, just the more you use it. But a halfway decent place to start, and then you get to play jazz a little bit with it just to find what is most comfortable for you. These are some examples. You can read through those. I would love it if you read through those and just thought about just get a little bit more context on how this could look. Then what I'm going to ask you to do here is think of a personal or professional problem of practice and go back to your chosen large language model and pull that up, start a new chat, and craft a prompt based off of this framework here, and then dig in. Set a timer for 15 to 20 minutes and really dig in there. Don't wrap up early. Really dig in and see if this can be effective. And then come back here, give a brief summary of your experience. And then if you can share the chat, go for it. So for example, if I have a chat here, this is one that I'd pulled up in an earlier video. If I click this button, I can share the chat, and then I get, oh, they've changed it. You'll get like sharing permissions and some of these things, and I can just copy and paste that chat. I can copy and paste that chat wherever I want, and then other people can see it. So bonus if you do that, but don't feel obligated, especially if you're talking about something you'd rather not share with other people. So I did say professional or personal on this. One of my favorite ways to use this is I will take the user manual to like whatever tool I'm working with in my house. So I did one just the other day. Our ice maker wasn't working on my refrigerator. I found the PDF of the user manual for our refrigerator. I downloaded it and I uploaded it into Gemini, and then I used this format. Here's what I'm doing. Here's what's happening. Here's how I want you to act. You're an experienced mechanic who's familiar with blah, 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 blah. Then it has all of the information from the user manual. It has the prompt I've given it. Then I have a conversation back and forth with this thing. And guess what? I fixed our ice maker, at least for now. I'm not sure if what I did was, I'm really hoping you don't have to call a mechanic, but there you go. All right, give it a shot. Post your experience there in the discussion board and mark this page is done. Or nope, don't need to because it's a discussion. Just move on.